This is Eddie Hearn, Match in Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Alright everyone, I hope you're all doing fantastic. So in this video, Deontay Wilder, he gives statements as to why it's been taking so long for him versus Luis Ortiz to be officially announced, as in what's going on. And second of all, why he chose Luis Ortiz specifically. Okay, so we're going to be highlighting both of those, which are burning questions, right? Now, I'm going to put the article to this in the description box, but before you head on over there, if you're new to the channel, make sure you are subscribed. This is the #1 boxing platform in the entire Northeast by a hellacious distance. It's brilliant. Every day's a party. Come join it. Now, Deontay Wilder, why is it that it's been taking so long? Because bearing in mind that on the week building up to Joshua versus Ruiz, Wilder, he puts out his statement, I'm going to be fighting Luis Ortiz next. And then he puts out another statement, I'm going to be fighting Tyson Fury after that as well. In other words, Joshua, don't call me out. Okay, that's the be all and end all of it. And nothing's been happening since. Okay, the original date was meant to be September the 28th, and it's been moved here, there and everywhere. And people are saying, what is taking so long? Is Wilder lying? Is he really going to fight Ortiz or what? Anyway, so the first part of this one is what's been taking so long. What is it that he's been doing? This is what Wilder had to say. I've been doing a lot of traveling. I've spent a lot of time with my family. I've been doing a lot of charity work. I've got 2 events coming up. I'm making up a couple of decisions, writing up different checks and stuff like that. I've been spending time productively, that is for sure. I've got a couple of projects going on personally with my homes in different areas, so that's been crazy. Just been in different states, traveling, getting things done, so there's been things going on with me. I'm just living, man, just doing my job as the champ, trying to give back as well, you know, and enjoy the fruits of my labor. I'm just ready to get back. I'm getting that itch to get back into camp and do what I've got to do. It's just been an exciting time for boxing overall. Just a great time to be a heavyweight. I'm just ready to get back in there and do what I do best. So that's the first part of Deontay Wilder's reasoning as to why he announced that he's going to be fighting Luis Ortiz over 2 months ago now, and still nothing's been going on. Because a lot of people have been saying, is Wilder injured? Is he not serious about Luis Ortiz? What is going on? Okay, so as he says there, he's going to be spending some time with his family. Cool, everybody should, because obviously fighters, they do go away and they spend a long time in camp and recovering and all that kind of thing. So it's good that he spends time with his family, of course, and he's been doing some charity work as well. Excellent. Okay, so at least we kind of know what's going on. Is it the full reason? I have no idea. But that's what he says. So we can't knock him for that one. We want to spend time with his family, do a bit of charity work. He has been doing some tours around America as well, and here in the UK, where he's been interviewed. People come and meet him, all that kind of thing. I have no idea if he was successful, but either way, he was definitely doing something, all right? So can't knock him for the reasons why it's been taking so long. Now, we're getting to Wilder's statement, why he's chosen to fight Luis Ortiz again. And this is what Wilder had to say. With Ortiz, there was controversy about if they gave me more time to recover. You know, the first time around, the commentators did a lot of damage. They made it seem like when the referee called me over, he was giving me extra energy or extra time to breathe. I don't know where they get that from, but some people ran with that. Besides that, another reason why I'm fighting Ortiz is because no one else wants to fight him. They always say he's old, but no one at the top is giving him his opportunity. Of course, I've got ties to Ortiz, dealing with his daughter with her rare skin condition and my daughter with spina bifida. So that's the reason I blessed him the first time. I'll be honoured to bless him again because none of these guys want to fight him. I'll beat him a second time and then come to Tyson Fury. So Deontay Wilder's statement. So let's go to the beginning of his statement where he's talking about the controversy. There was controversy, and why he says, I don't know why people say that, it's because there was. Okay, this is unusual practice for a fighter to get hurt and then get called over by the referee after you've already had the minute's rest on the stool, and then get sent to the medical people who check him over. Again, highly irregular. I'm not saying that this has never happened before. I'm just saying that it's highly irregular, especially in a world title fight. And it's not like he was given time, and also Luis Ortiz was given time when Ortiz was hurt, because Ortiz wasn't given any extra time. He wasn't checked by the medical team or anything when Ortiz got hurt, but Wilder did. This is why people complained about it. This is why Paulie Malignaggi off Showtime of the commentator said, what is going on? This is wrong. All right, so it was wrong. But ultimately, it is what it is. Luis Ortiz punched himself out and ended up getting knocked out himself. So do we need to say it again? Not really. But for him to say that he's given Luis Ortiz this opportunity, because first of all, he blessed him the first time around to help out, as in put a bit of money in his pocket to help out his daughter. That's cool. They paid Luis Ortiz $500,000, so $500,000, okay? Which is okay, I suppose, considering what Ortiz was earning and whatever, okay? 500, not too bad. Wilder got 2.1 million for that fight as well. But to say that he's going to fight him again because nobody else wants to bless him or give him the opportunity is complete hogwash. I mean, so Luis Ortiz will go fight Wilder for $500,000, but yet say it's not enough money to fight Anthony Joshua when Joshua offered him $7 million. That's 14 times more money. Let me say it again, 14 times more money than what he made against Wilder, but 7 million wasn't enough. This goes back to a previous video that I've done 2 days ago as to why fighters think it's okay to demand more money fighting Joshua than they would anyone else. They just see Joshua as a cash machine, but turned down $7 million. Not saying Luis Ortiz turned it down personally himself, but his team turned it down, and he has to be held accountable for whatever his team does because he employs his team. All right. So for Wilder to say nobody else wanted to fight him, well, Joshua did and offered him 14 times more money than what you paid him. Is Luis Ortiz going to get 7 million plus to fight Deontay Wilder in this rematch? Is he? Highly, highly unlikely. Okay. Also, in addition to that, Wilder also turned down $100 million to fight Joshua. Okay. So again, that's 2 nuggets that he said there. Also, who else has been trying to fight Luis Ortiz? Well, Dillian Whyte tried to fight Luis Ortiz, okay, instead of the Chisora rematch fight. He said to Luis Ortiz, come to the UK, we've got a headline, it's a pay-per-view at the O2 Arena, you versus me, winner is guaranteed Wilder. Because Wilder said, if you fight Luis Ortiz and you beat Luis Ortiz, I promise you, you will get me next. I'm a man of my word. Dillian Whyte said, okay, fine, as in, he sent to Wilder a personal DM. A lot of you guys would have seen it on DAZN. We said to Wilder, okay, I will fight Luis Ortiz next. But if I beat him and actually knock him out, so Dillian actually put an extra one in there. If I knock him out, you sign something to say that you'll fight me next. Wilder refused to sign it. All right, so Dillian Whyte also tried to fight Luis Ortiz, but a lot of the Wilder fanatics want to hide that from you. This is all fact here. Okay, so that's 2 fighters who want to fight Luis Ortiz. I'll tell you who else tried to fight Luis Ortiz as well, because I was trying to get him to fight Luis Ortiz, as in I was trying to help him. Andy Ruiz Jr. was trying to fight Luis Ortiz about, what, several months ago. I was helping Andy Ruiz try and get that fight for him, along with Big Baby Jeremy as well. So Wilder talking about how nobody else wants to fight him is complete hogwash, okay? It just is. And the truth of it is, in my opinion, is that he's fighting Luis Ortiz because Al Heyman and the PBC have told him that's who you're fighting. Because why else would Luis Ortiz turn down $7 million to go fight Joshua? Why else is it that Wilder would turn down $100 million to fight Joshua? For a fight that we've already seen. People ain't interested. I'm hearing that's going to be pay-per-view as well. Who the hell's going to buy a fight that nobody wants to see again? The first time round, potentially that could have been and maybe should have been pay-per-view. A rematch? No. Not at all. People don't want to see. Luis Ortiz has looked terrible in his last couple of fights. And they know he's old now and he's past there. It is not as dangerous as he once was 3-4 years ago. Okay, he's just not. So no, nobody wants to see this rematch. And no, nobody is not willing to fight Luis Ortiz. So Wilder, please stop using that excuse. We know the Wilder fanatics will hide behind and say, yeah, you see, Wilder, he's going to be fighting Luis Ortiz because no one else wants to fight him. Again, they won't tell you about the whole Joshua offering $7 million. And Luis Ortiz's team admitted they dropped the ball with this one. It was a genuine offer, $7 million. And if anybody says that weren't enough money, Joshua should have offered more money, well, let's see how much he gets for fighting Wilder, shall we? That's the be all and end all of, isn't it? Because Luis Ortiz could be sat there right now as a unified heavyweight champion of the world. But instead, he's going to have a fight against the guy who's already lost, which is good for Luis Ortiz because he gets a chance for revenge. But why Wilder's fighting him, I have no idea. So I don't buy into the whole, there's controversy, that's why I'm doing it, or no one else wants to fight him, that's why I'm doing it. I don't buy that at all, and I just don't like lies. Okay, I will call people out on their lies. I feel this is a lie. I feel that he's being told you are going to be fighting Luis Ortiz. But anyway, listen, once this fight here, are we going to watch it? Of course we'll probably watch it. I ain't paying pay-per-view for it, and it better not be pay-per-view here in the UK, I know that much. Because if it is, I ain't going to do it. But either way, he'll get past Luis Ortiz, I have no doubt about that, and then he'll go fight Tyson Fury, which is a fight people would love to see, right? So from that point of view, I can't complain too much. But ultimately, I know some Wilder fans are, Sporting Icons, why are you hating? This isn't hate, this is fact. Fact. Is there anything here that I haven't said that isn't fact? Anyway, is what it is. That's what's going on. Deontay Wilder gives his reasons as to why he's fighting Luis Ortiz, which is, in my opinion, complete hogwash, and why it's been taking so long. Taking so long, fair enough. Okay, he's got things to do. So that's cool. Anyway, that's what's going on. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up. Subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.